Hello fellow survivors and welcome back to Road to 500 Days. We're here in the hunting lodge in Broken Railroad, right where you left me ages ago. It's been a little while since I've had the chance to record any of these episodes, so forgive the difference. And of course I wanted to do the Fallen Musket challenge as well. But anyway, here we are, right where you left me, and we got what we came for last time, which was the festive sweater, which you can see here. This shiny little thing. It supposedly has a Aurora interaction that no one has figured out yet. So that's cool. So we got that, and we also got some lights. These lights, which we should take back. I also got some other miscellaneous things I need to take back as well. But we've done all that now, so the idea now is to basically head back. I got some salt as well to bring back, and when I come back to the main base, hopefully the cougar hide has cured, so then we can make the head wrap. And after that, I think we're just going to head to Coastal Highway, to be honest. There's some more stuff to do, but that's okay. So that's basically what we're doing here. Now, before we do all that, a couple things. First, we need to eat. Do we have any ruined meat in? No, we might have it back there. We can wait to eat, though. Let's have some water. Carrying a bunch of stuff, but not even that heavy, considering carrying this. The salt. And also, let's see. I think I missed something over here. Was it here? Yeah, look at that.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Film. Very tempting to go and get the camera. That would be very nice, actually, to get the camera, because it's a bit annoying to miss out on that. Okay, I think what we're going to do now is head back to maintenance yard and see if we can get that flag that evaded us. And I guess that's it for now. Then we're going to head back home. Let's see.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Any food? There's some. I think I'll eat one of these. Wow, that was like literally nothing. I think I won't eat this. Leave that for future Zach. And I could goat down, but we're gonna go the usual way. So we got what we came for this festive sweater. The reason why I wanted to get the festive sweater was just in case they removed it, because it was like a holiday thing. I don't think they are going to remove it though. They have had seasonal events in the Long Dark before, but those have been unique things like the 4 days of night, that sort of thing. We have these like pumpkin pies you can eat and that sort of stuff. So it has happened, but they tend to be very small events. This sweater was added before Christmas, and now we're in April and it's still there. So yeah, I don't think they remove it. Same as a while back, I think it was in 2020, maybe it was 2021, they had an event called Winter's Embrace, which lasted for, how long did that last? About a month or something, and it was in the summer. I think it was 2020. And during this event, that you had to start an event on Winter's Embrace. It was basically Voyager, but it was its own little settings. And in Winter's Embrace mode, they had ketchup chips and also maple syrup. That's where that came from. That's when they added that to the game. And there were these badges. You had to collect, I think it was 25 ketchup chips and 25 maple. The ketchup chip was easy, but the maple was very hard because they were so rare, so you had to do it across multiple runs. And you got these badges. Now the thing is, of course, that was a limited time event, but they kept the chips and the maple syrup in the game. So they remained in the game after the event ended. And the festive sweater, I think, is the same. So I think it will stay. But just in case, for some reason, it was something they added to the game, and then it got removed, or you only had a limited time to pick it up, I thought I'd just go get it. I mean, it doesn't really sound like Hinterland to me though. Add something to the game and then remove it, so only certain people could have it in a limited time. The only example that exists that I know of where they've done that is the cougar and the big cat killer badge. That was only available to certain people in a certain time frame, and I have a video about that if you haven't seen it. How I got the impossible cougar badge, so to speak. Let's see if the moose is up here.
Sure getting cold.
We don't really need the moose though, because there's a lot of meat to cook over there. Let's just check. Sounds like a bunny got killed. Have a look. Grab this. No, probably it's up top, I guess. That's alright. Well, let's head in here to the Broken Rail, the maintenance yard. And it is tempting, actually. I was gonna go home, but you know what? I'm really tempted to go and get the camera. It's a bit annoying to not have it. Okay, here we are. I have to think about it for a second. Maybe we should just go get it. They might patch it though and add it other places, but I said that like 5 months ago. Wolf meat cooked. Okay, we got a load of food here. Let's eat that. We got trail food. First, let's see if we can grab this flag. Okay, let's have a look here. Supply. And they changed the cooking, so you can't cook with ruined items anymore. Alright, let's see. I'm going to try one more time to grab this flag here. Let me just drop the salt. Because this last episode I tried to grab this flag that's over here. And I wasn't able to do it. Alright, I forgot to move the stuff. But someone pointed out it's much easier than you think. Like, you just gotta use like one of those long planks or something, like these, or those metal tubes. Well, those metal tubes, like these things. Can you even reach this one? But these ones you can. This sort of stuff, use this. And a plank or something. And then grab a long plank, like this one or something. Maybe is this long enough? We'll find out. For example, was it this way? I can't place this here. That's a bit annoying. Okay, let's try again. I haven't been researching this, as you can see. You can't pick up these planks either. I think you can. Suppose you can't stack this, can you? No, well you can put it here, I bet. Let's just see here. Ah, got it. Yoink. Oh, 2. Yeah, I'll take that. I suppose they have 1. Yeah, they do have 1. I want that too. Cool. Other cool things. Cool things to have. Alright. That's awesome. Let's respectfully remove this corpse. Okay. I think we're done with that phone. We have the phone, that's cool. That area. I don't really care about that stuff. Okay, I think we're done with that sort of stuff. Now, here's a question. I was going to head straight back here. And I was going to craft the Huku head wrap. I'm actually really tempted to just head to Sundered Pass. I mean, I am already halfway there, so to speak. And just to get the camera, just so I have the option of taking pictures. So I can make stuff for the safe house, as opposed to taking the journey later. Maybe there'll be a nice little halfway point to do journey, I mean, because we're almost at day 250, so maybe that'd be a nice little thing to do. We can have a little chat along the way. It is really far, but
Sure I can carry much more.
Let's do it. Let's drop everything we don't need for this journey. Let's just do this journey. So yeah, we'll take all of that stuff. Coal, sure, we'll take coal. Although some of the coal we'll find on the way, so let's drop some of them. Sure. Feel like, yeah, sweater. Yeah, we'll take all this stuff. We got the cougar claw knife. Guess we'll take all of this stuff. I thought we don't need the pry bar actually. Drop the pry bar. Sapling, I guess you can drop it. And then all of this stuff. There you go. Now really light. Sweet. I need some more water, is the only thing. Is there anything I need to repair while we're at it, actually? Let's just have a look at that. Yeah, we kind of need to repair that. Guess the rest can wait, I suppose. Do I have any cloth in here? Yeah, I do. Let's repair the thermal underwear. Alright. I think that's probably good enough for now. I wish it was warmer, but we're not going to stay there that long, so it's okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe repair this one too. And now it should be warm in the day, so the journey should be even easier. Okay, so let's get some supplies, and we'll come back for this. Let's change our notes. Let's put like get camera, go home, grab, maintain yard stuff, so don't forget this. Alright. Go back outside here. I'm not going to spend any time in the file territory, just literally going to go and grab the camera. Not a lot of water though. We'll probably make a fire, but let's take a little bit of water. And let's bring some food. I do have the travel food, but nevertheless, let's take like 4 of these or something. And I guess that's it. Let's just go. But let's make this journey, shall we? Might be a nice little milestone journey to do. I was gonna head straight back, but actually, let's do this. Because we're almost there anyway. I'm at the entrance to the far territory. I just need to get through the far range branch line, and then through Transverse Pass, climb to Sundered Pass and up to the weather station. It's not even that long, so I think we can do this. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Be nice to do it, and of course after I grab it, I'm sure they'll patch it and have the camera somewhere else. In a way, I hope they don't, because it's nice that it's somewhere hard to access. Makes it more worthwhile going there, because at the moment, all 3 regions in the far territory have some sort of unique property to it. If you go to the Forsaken Airfield, you get the radio. If you go to sonic contamination, you get the gas mask, respirator rather, although you don't really need that one. It's only really useful in sonic contamination and I guess Blackrock. And then Sundered Pass, you get a camera. But of course you also have the tails, so there are incentives to go to those regions even without those unique items. You don't really need them. But nevertheless, it's cool that there's something special. You gonna charge me? God. I missed him, hit him in the back, but... be an interesting, quick experience also to see if... how the wildlife has changed. Because I haven't been to the far territory since the wildlife update, and they may have changed what some of the animals are. One thing I'm curious about is actually the path up to the weather station. It's actually, I see there's a wolf here now, isn't there? I actually told the developers that the way to the weather station is too easy. Because as you might recall, I had early access to Sundered Pass before it came out. Because I was one of the playtesters for the Misery. And as a reward, so to speak, they gave me and the others, which is Thomasina, Athena, and Hadrian, early access to the patch, like a few days before. I think it was 5 days before or something. So we could try out Sunlit Pass and the Cougar and other stuff before it was released, which is very nice. And I went and did that whole lost and found, the whole, you know, going in blind run that I often do. What's in here then? Like, what have I left in here? Water. Oh, that's handy. I mean, I'll take it. You can take all of it actually, but drop a couple here. Yeah. And I went to Sunlit Pass, and of course when I went in blind on Sunlit Pass I didn't really know the map and I died a few times, and of course they patched that too later and made that easier, but nevertheless. And once I discovered the route to weather station though, from the spawn, from the entrance, I realized it's actually really easy to get there. Like, you just go from the spawn area on Interloper by on the start of the map, and you go up past that cabin, up the ledge, and then you walk to the weather station, and there's pretty much just one wolf in the way. Sometimes two on Stalker. There's like one area that has a wolf, and everywhere else is wolfless, so to speak. So once you know the route, it's really just a little journey that's like not even close to the journey to the summit. So I told them that I thought it was a little bit, once you knew the route, it was a little bit too easy. I thought there should be a bit more of the journey itself should be a bit more hazardous, you know, and they said they would take it into account. So I don't know, maybe they changed it. Be interesting to see. I haven't really paid that much attention to the wildlife update since it happened all those months ago. I know some of the major changes, but I know there's quite a few smaller changes as well. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Not too worried about it though. I knew about that wolf that was there in Broken Railroad, for example. I knew about that one. I wouldn't mind getting some more lantern fuel. That would be good. I don't suppose you can actually safe house in here. Can you safe house in, not here, but in here? Can you? No? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this, but actually I think I want to do this because also the plan really was to go to the trader. So after I crafted the Cougar head wrap, I planned to move to Coastal Highway and probably spend some time in Coastal Highway doing quests for the trader, just setting up a stronger base there, spending some time on Coastal Highway and that sort of thing. But I was just thinking about it, it's like, well, that's kind of like a large project, that's quite a large thing to do. Plus you got to go to Coastal Highway, you got to do all the trades, wait for the Auroras. It's a lot of stuff to do, and that's going to take a while. So when am I going to go get the camera, which is quite, the camera is like almost literally on the opposite side of the world compared to Coastal Highway, so it's quite a long journey. And I thought, you know, maybe a spur of the moment, but wait, let's just go do it now. This episode will probably get to 250 days, which would make it a milestone, halfway through the whole challenge. Halfway to 500 days, isn't that amazing? Took a long time, longer than I thought it would. I messed that up. You go higher. You like crouch up here or something. Oh, yeah, I think that's it. Could it be possible to get up here? Did they change this? I don't think so. Could it be possible to get up here? I've done it many times. You know, am I missing something here? Could be perfectly possible. Is it this that I'm missing? Oh yeah, you go up here. That's it. And then you go here.
Did I say?
No.
I hate being cold.
Did they change this, or am I just doing it wrong? I mean, I could just take the usual route. I mean, who cares? I think they may have changed this. I think they might have, yeah. Because this used to be traversable. But I can't get up here now, interestingly. That's interesting. It used to be you could get up here. They changed. I guess they must have.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Guess they must have changed it, huh? That's okay if they have. Yeah. Looks like they maybe have changed it, maybe not. Let's get up here. I feel like you can still get up here though. Yeah, we can still get up here, it seems. I swear that didn't used to be that hard though. Probably would have been faster taking it the usual route. Okay. That's interesting. I have to check the footage for that, but I could swear that didn't used to be that hard. Huh. How about that? I mean, they do that all the time. They change terrain without telling you. I haven't checked yet, but I've been told that they changed the terrain in Pleasant Valley. The goat from what should I call it? Tim Wolf Mountain to Pleasant Valley is much harder now. I should really make a fire just to warm up a little bit. Maybe we could do that over here in this cave. But yeah, I think it's good to do this now. If they are gonna add the camera somewhere else, then they might do that. But I haven't heard anything so far, and it's been like 5 months. I think it'd be a nice activity. So we're approaching 250 days, halfway through the run, which is amazing. Really cool. I didn't think it would take this long. So it's been just over 2 years since this run started. It started pretty much immediately after the Tales from Far Territory came out. And it's been going for a little bit over 2 years. But at this pace, we reached 500 days somewhere in like late 2027. And it's hard to say exactly because of course I do other videos in between, but this year 2025 probably I'll do fewer episodes just because of having another child, so that keeps me busy. But on the other hand, also there's a few things to do now that takes a bit longer. There's a few things to craft and auroras to trigger. There's some hibernation signs I want to do, so there will be some things that I think will fast forward some days. I think realistically the run will end at some point next year. Okay, I mapped this before, right? Yeah, I have. Rabbit Grove. Okay, so let me just see. Do I have anything to cook? I think I do have something to cook actually. The birch tea. Yeah. Let's just make some water, half a liter water. I warm up here, and let's prepare the birch tea. It's getting late, but that's fine. Let's make birch tea, and let's. I wish we could place skillet in an easier way. There we are. Nice that I left some stuff here. We can leave a bit more water, actually, to be fair. Actually, using it for tea. There we are. I don't really need teas for warmth, so... Let's grab a couple torches, even if they're bad ones. Just to have some fire. Maybe one more. Can actually get one more, I think. Yep. It said pause. Did I actually get it? Yeah, I did. I think. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, I got a bunch of torches now too. I got the wind in my back, so I should be moving fairly fast, which is nice. Updated train cart details. Very nice. That's something that I also changed in Broken Silence, which they didn't announce. That happens all the time. There are so many things that Hintland changes and they don't tell anyone about it. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, by the way, on my Discord, if you join my Discord, I have a room there called Hidden Changelog, where myself and other people, my viewers, they put in things that changes across patches that aren't in the patch notes. And there's all sorts of things. Usually something very small. They might change the terrain, for example. They might change a spawn, or that sort of thing. But sometimes there's whole new things. I think the biggest one that I can think of, other than these texture changes in the trains, are pretty big, I guess, but they're not really gameplay related. One of the big ones, I mentioned this before, is how they changed climbing. So in the past, you couldn't climb with torches and lanterns. So if you climbed a rope, all those animations that says climb, you couldn't do that if you were holding a torch. I mean, you could, but you would just douse the torch. So there were some cases where it was kind of tricky, because maybe you had a lit torch and you didn't have any matches, and you want to preserve the torch. A good one is Ash Canyon. And I had a whole tutorial or walkthrough of Ash Canyon years ago, where I showed how if you had a lit torch and you wanted to preserve matches, there were ways to go into that cave that leads to Miner's Folly, and you had to throw the torch up a ledge, climb the rope, go down on that ledge, throw the torch up the next ledge, repeat until you got the torch all the way up the rope, and then you could continue burning the torches in the fire without using a match. And then they changed it so that now, if you climb a rope with a match or a lantern, with a torch, especially with a torch, it was the one that matters because of the matches used. You just basically pocket the torch and then you bring it back up when you come out. And that is a big change. That means that if you have a lit torch and you're chaining torches and you're keeping the fire going, you're not using matches. If you're doing that and you reach a rope, in the past you would have to douse the torch, get to the top of the rope and light a new torch. So you're using a match effectively. But they changed that. They changed that with the addition of episode 4. So before the Tales of the Far Territory was added to the game, the Wintermute story mode and survival was the same game. Those of you who are relatively new players who started playing the game in the last 2 years might not know this, because let's just do, yeah, like this. Because currently the Wintermute story is almost like a DLC. It's like a separate thing. You can buy the story mode, or you can buy survival, or you can buy a package deal, like a bundle, right? So now they are separate. And the reason they did that is because they didn't want to constantly update story mode with additional survival mode. So if you add Tales from the Far Territory and you add, say, canned beans or ham, or a new mechanic or a new weapon, and they have loot chances and this and that, they didn't want to constantly update story mode with changes in survival mode. It was so much back and forth. So the easiest way was to split it into 2 games. That way they could freely update survival mode and it wouldn't impact story mode in any way, and vice versa. That's why they did that. However, in the past that was not the case. So in the past, up until the Far Territory, which was December 2022, then yeah, it was 22. Then whenever things were changed in story mode, they impacted survival mode and vice versa. So for example, in a good example is when they added episode 3, which is the name of that one again, I've forgotten the name of it. Oh yeah, Crossroads Elegy. That was added in 21, I think. When they add episode 3, the episode 3 takes place in Pleasant Valley, And they changed Pleasant Valley. They added that plane crash in Pleasant Valley, and they added Thompson's Crossing. They weren't there before, at least not near to the extent that it is now. So when they added that in story mode, they also added that into survival mode, so the survival mode map changed, right? So they impacted each other. And that's, you know, that's a big thing. But when they did episode 4, and that's when Blackrock came out. So Blackrock actually didn't come out exactly at the same time. They released episode 4, which had the story mode and Blackrock as a region. And then a bit later, I think it was a couple months later, Blackrock was added to survival mode as well. But when episode 4 came out, because of this whole thing that the games were linked, right? They added with episode 4 the ability to climb with a torch. So you could now approach a rope and you basically pocket the torch, like your character puts it somewhere, and then they climb and then they take it back out. So that was a big game change, especially for higher difficulties where there's limited matches. And it's not a huge thing, I guess, but it does mean you can now use less matches when you travel and that sort of thing. So that was really cool. But that change was not in the patch notes. They added patch notes to it, and that was not listed. And that's a pretty big thing. You know, that's very important for quite a lot of people. And you just suddenly discovered it, you know. Whereas discovered, it's kind of like, I don't need a torch, I'll just climb. Oh wow, all of this stuff. Just move all of this.
Drop any of this gear. It's dusk, so night can't.
So that was a big change. That was not addressed in any way, you know. But they do that. How much water? Quite a lot of water. That's what they have. So Hinterland, they do sometimes change things without telling you, and that can severely impact your game. But for the most part, they do smaller changes. I think I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna rest here because I'm tired, but not that tired. It's not that far. Weather's fine-ish anyway. And when I get to Sundered Pass through this little journey that's up here, I can just go to that cabin, sleep there. There's a bed there now anyway because of I've finished the tales. Yeah, let's see. While we're on the top, I could talk about this for ages, as you can tell. I could talk about this for absolutely ages. I think it's the wrong way. It's up here, isn't it? Hold on. No, I didn't know this way. Road split. The road split somewhere and you go up to the right. I did say to the right here, but it's been a while since I walked this way. I'll find it. One of the things that's interesting is in the last patch the Hinterland had, which changed the game to version 2.4, they changed it so that they changed the graphics of the train carts, and they actually had that in the patch notes. It said, oh, hi Ptarmigan. They said something like changed the underside of train carts to remove, quote, unsightly details, right? Unsightly details. And I checked, you know, I saw the patch notes before I updated the games. I went and checked, I recorded it before and after. And yeah, they changed the underneath of train carts, which you can only see if you check train carts that have toppled over. They look different. I'm going to be honest though, if they had never said anything, I don't think I would have noticed. I mean, it's really not a big deal. It's just graphics on a train cart. So yeah, I didn't really... not too bothered about that change. But what's interesting is they didn't actually, from what I remember, they didn't actually say in the patch notes when they changed the textures of the train cards originally, which was with Broken Silence. So when they added Broken Silence, they changed the textures of all the train cards, so they look much better. I kind of miss the old ones, but that's just nostalgia. They are more textured now. And that wasn't in the patch notes, but the change of a small detail like the underside of the train card is in the patch notes. It's such a strange thing. But yeah, there's as you can see, I can talk about this for ages. It's a whole thing. But yeah, it's interesting how developers Hintland, they change all sorts of things in the game, and they don't mention it. If you have any example, you the viewer, if you can think of any examples where you have noticed they changed things and it wasn't in the patch notes, or at least as far as you were aware they weren't in the patch notes, then feel free to share them. Oh damn, I forgot there was a rope here. That's okay, there's a short rope. I think you can actually climb this. I think that's possible. Let's grab a new torch though. Because I'm not carrying that much, but even if I was, I don't think it matters. Let's just see. If not, I'll just go back. It's not a big deal. But I think this can be done. I think. Because it's quite a short climb. Could be wrong. This is going to sound weird, but I've never actually climbed this way before. To Sundered Pass. I have seen the path. I'm fully aware of it. But never actually gone this route. Whenever I've gone to Sundered Pass, I always go through sonar contamination or Forsaken Airfield. It didn't do this time. Actually, going through Forsaken Airfield would have been clever enough, I guess. I might actually fall here. I ran out of stamina. A little bit further, and you got it. Okay, we got it. There we go. Oh, that was exhausting. And look, here's our torch. Speaking of which, right? Yeah, that was exhausting. But that's okay. I don't remember if there's any more rope climbs, but if there is, it doesn't matter. Well, just light a fire, sleep a bit, repeat. Yeah, and I could be wrong, but I think I have... It's going to sound strange, but I think I've never actually walked this route before. I've seen people do it. I've done flybys for cinematic reasons. But it's just been one of those paths. Oh, okay, this is a sheltered area. Good to know. Been one of those paths that I never actually used. I'm trying to think, and yeah, every time I've gone to Sundered Pass on all of my runs, I always go through Forsaken Airfield or Sonar Contamination. I've never gone this route before. That's fine. Another milestone. I should map it, to be honest, but because I'm exhausted and cold, I think we'll leave that. We'll do that another time. There's a lot of areas in this map, the world that I haven't mapped yet. This just wasn't appropriate. Let's pick up some stones. Stones. Sticks. Sticks and stones. You say sticks, I say stones. That's like a Sakism. I tend to say the wrong thing. Especially region names. Like, I know all the region names and all the region... like the locations, but I mixed them up. Edge March is the famous one. I don't think Edge March even exists. Except in my head. This route here also is an interesting one in that I don't think most people expected they would add this. Because when they added Transfer Pass, or Forsaken Airfield rather, we knew they were going to add Mountain Pass as a region. Mountain Pass was a placeholder name though, but we knew they were going to be adding it. And in Transfer Pass, you may have noticed there was that sign that was kind of like blurred out. You couldn't really read it. And that was a road here. But it always suggested that it would go through the roads. But of course it's not. You have to hike there. That's cool. That's a nice little detail. It makes Sundered Pass actually the least accessible region of all of them, because you have to go through this whole thing. Now granted, in Forsaken Airfield you also have to go through a long road, but it's a bit different than this. Okay, right, this is interesting. Didn't realize this was here. Why is this here? Oh, I see. I don't lose this guy. Let's use any torch. Now let's make a fire. Oh, a corpse. Nothing. I don't know why I expected different. Let's keep going. I'm only going to stop and make a fire if I'm sleeping. If I'm not, I'm just going to keep going. Because it's not worth it otherwise. This is cool, actually. I'm glad I'm doing this because I didn't... for some reason, I just didn't realize I never actually walked this route before. You would have thought I had, but actually I haven't. Anything here? No. It reminds me of the modded region. There's a modded region called Forsaken Shore. And they have like, it's sort of like a ravine or, what's it called? Like a crag? I think it's called a crag. It's kind of like this. It's like between two regions. You get a bunch of like elevation and ropes and all sorts of stuff. Reminds me of that. If you're interested in that, I have that on my channel. There's 2 videos. Because there's 3 regions that you can only get through mods. They're not Hinterland supported. They're made by a team called The Long Development, and they made 3 maps, as well as connector regions. And then you get through them through Desolation Point. But you have to have the mod, which currently is only on PC. Although Hinterland have said that in the long run they want to add mod support. So in the future, maybe you can get them on console, but for now it's only on PC. And I have a video on Forsaken Shore and Shattered Marsh, so 2 of the regions. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And they have an area kind of like this between the 2 regions, which is interesting. I'll just mention this. If you do download those maps and play them, that's great and everything, but be a bit careful. If you start a new run with those mods installed, those maps installed, and even if you never enter those maps, but you have them installed, and you start a new run, and then you uninstall the maps, then the save isn't playable anymore. That happened to me. I started a new run while I was testing out the region. I did something else, and I was about halfway through kind of like the challenge I was doing. Then I uninstalled the mods, and then later when I went back to it, it was like, oh, where did my save go? And the save was there, but it said the note saying save cannot be played, missing files, you know, Forsaken Shore or whatever it said. So just be aware of that. Okay, this is a long journey. I like it though. Oh yeah, it's a long journey. I need to map this. I do like it though, that the far territory is quite literally really far. Like really far. I really like that. A lot of people don't. But if you think about the journey now from, let's say for the sake of argument, you're going with Desolation Point all the way to Rudiger's hideout or his last stand or whatever, up in the mountains and Underpass. Oof, that's such a long journey. Really long. Really cool though. Really like it. But it's long. What's up here? Why is this here? And there's an achievement for that if you didn't know already. They added achievements with Broken Silence. Why is this here? Oh damn, it blew out. That's a shame. Oh, it is what it is. And one of them is called, what is it called? I can't remember the name of the achievement. To the Ends of the Earth or something? And the achievement is you have to, in one run, you have to enter Forsaken Airfield. I think it's the lighthouse or something in Desolation Point, and the weather station in Underpass in the same run, because they are really far from each other. Here we are. That's the end of it. And they are ridiculously far from each other. There we are. Okay, I'm getting really cold here. I hope I actually can make it to the hut. I should have maybe stopped and made a fire. Because there's a hut down here that I can rest in. It's not far. There's also a hut up here. I don't think it's here, it's further up. I can't run, so what's this? There's a lost and found now. Oh wow. Oh wow. Load of stuff. Take the cattails. And the coal. Simple arrow too. Leave the rest for now. That's a lot of water. Yeah, I changed a lot there now. Let's see, if I can make it to the cabin, then I will just do that. If not, I have to make a fire to prevent hypothermia. I mean, I do have food, so I could just wait it out, I guess. Yeah, this is a slow burn episode. We're walking a lot. Walking. And just talking, really. Well, I guess that's kind of suitable for a milestone episode. We're probably going to get to day 250. Which will be good. Depends how we count it though. 250 days survived or day 250 are two different things. But that doesn't really matter. I apologize now in advance if visibility is a bit low. Because now we've entered the sort of dark night. And we have a snowstorm too. So it's kind of hard to see anything really. Okay, the cabin is down here. Let's see how far. I think I should be able to make it to the cabin without getting hypothermia. I think it's not that far. We got the wind against me is the only thing, but I think it'll be okay. It's just up here. I actually really like Sunlit Pass. It's one of my favorite regions, but it is ridiculously hard. I think it is easily the hardest region in the game. There are other regions that are difficult depending on the player. You know, like a lot of people find Ash Canyon very hard, or Hush River Valley. I don't find those hard. They have challenges to them. Hush River Valley, for example, has a lot of really good loot, and Ash Canyon has some crazy loot and some interesting levels and stuff like that, but they're understandably hard to navigate though. Sunlit Pass is different in that the environment here is really punishing. You really push to your limit here, and it's so cold. The cabin's up there. I think I will make it. If not, we'll just make do. It is what it is. And I swore to come back here and conquer the region. We're not gonna do that now. I don't think so. I wanna, when I come back to stay in Sunlit Pass, which I will, I wanna bring some more supplies because this region is so cold. Like, what temperature is it now? 16. That's not so bad. But it can get really cold here, and at the upper levels especially, it's really cold here. It sucks that I got the wind against me. It's really, really cold in this region. And you got timber wolves, and some of the terrain is really, really hard to navigate. And when I was here last, you know, I almost died, I think 3 times on this run. And I basically said, I'm going to come back here when I am armed to the teeth. That's basically my plan. I'm going to come back here with a bunch of arrows and gear fully repaired, everything, which is not now. I have 8, actually 9, I think, 9 arrows. And my gear is okay. It's alright, not fantastic. So when I come back to this region to like proper conquer it, actually stay here, I'm gonna come back as prepared as possible. I'm gonna come back with like clothing like 100% condition almost, so that I have like as high a warmth ones as possible. I'm going to come back with like 20 arrows or something, a bunch of emergency things like stims and whatnot, and then I'm going to set up shop here and just destroy this region. That's the plan. But that day is not today. This day we fight. So yeah, today we're just going to head here into this cabin. So that was a bit of an arduous journey. It's really, really long to get to this region. What we got there? The last lonely house. Let's head inside. There we are, and recover. Yeah, okay. Hypothermia. Whew, it was a bit closer than I would have liked. I lost a lot of health as well. That's okay, we can recover that. Yeah, there we are. I know we have night vision with this, but I still wanted to do it. Is there anything unique here? Any unique paintings or something? Not really, I guess. Oh, there's this stuff, but I'm not taking that. I don't know if I've seen this one before. TV, I'm not taking the TV. Taking this painting though. Okay, clear some junk. And let's douse this. Okay, let's recover. So we're going to eat some bear meat. I'm going to drink some birch tea. I mean, this is what they're for, pretty much. Oh, I didn't cook it. Oh, well, that's alright. And I'm going to drink a herbal tea as well. Then we're going to sleep 10 hours. Alright. Now we're nearly full condition again. Very nice. And almost in day 250, okay. Let's eat some more bear meat.
Tongue feels like sandpaper.
And some water. No, not heavy anymore. I think I'm carrying some stuff that I don't need though. Like water. Actually, it's okay. I think I got a bunch of coal. A load of sticks, that's the reason. Yeah, I don't need that many sticks. We could just drop some sticks here actually. I don't need this many, as I got coal, so let's just drop it. That was the reason I carried so many, was because there was a chance that I would have to sleep in the open, and then I needed sticks for the fire. Oh, that's great. Okay. Let's sleep 2 more hours then. Be warmer in the day anyway. Let's see here. Alright. Let's go now. I think it stopped. The sound stopped, I think. Yeah, it did. It's even sunny. Very nice. Yeah, let's head up to the weather station. And let's see if they changed any wildlife along the way. It's just up here. Cold though. How cold is it? -22. Fully rested. There's only one rope. I can run a little bit. Sleep again up there. Should have brought even more food. I do have my cured meat though, so I do have food. Not worried about it, but I have the bow out just in case. Who knows what Hintlin's thrown at me. Alright. Fun to be back here. Those of you who've been watching all the episodes know that in the last few episodes I have said a few times, oh, maybe I should just get a camera. Nah, so far, nah, I'm gonna do it. And then here we are. We're actually doing a walk. This is the Walkabout episode. The halfway point. The point of no return. 250 days, halfway through the run. Oh, thanks. I didn't expect that. Interestingly, you know, I have done this before. Those of you who are long-time viewers of my channel, you know that I have. So I've survived 500 days on Interloper before. In fact, on my old run, I got over 1,000 days on Interloper. And I have 2 highlights videos if you want to see like a short video of all the highlights. They're on my channel. And when I did it the first time, I think it took me 9 months to survive 500 days. But back then, this was 2020, that was during the pandemic. And, you know, we spent a lot more time indoors, working from home a lot, didn't have any children. So it was a lot more free time. And I was streaming also that year. And 2/3, I think, of the run was done on stream. Yeah, it was a different experience. You know, you played not every day, but quite often. Now it's like, you know, I might maybe make an episode a week, but not exactly. If you think about it, like, been over 2 years. How many weeks has it been since I started the run? A little bit over 100 weeks, like maybe ballpark, maybe 120 weeks. And we have 70 episodes. Let's just round it and say I basically make 1 episode every 2 weeks on average. That's you know, that's quite different from like 1 episode every 2 or 3 days, for example. It's also because I don't only do this, of course. Sometimes I actually really like this run and I love to play it. Lately I've been enjoying a lot. Ever since Broken Silence came out, I've been really enjoying because there's so much to do and re-explore. It's a really, really cool, cool patch. But I just don't have the time for it. But like, when I do have time, of course, I want to make other videos in between. I record other projects. I don't record this non-stop. If I only made this run, if every video I did since the series started was this run, I probably would finish it in a year or less. Because, yeah, I would have the time to do that. But then none of the other videos would be made, so... It's one of those long-term projects. It's gonna feel weird when I reach 500 days. If I do, that is. I will. I mean, I've done it before. And I had some close calls where I almost died. But now you have cheat death as well. So, and my goal is to not use cheat death at all. My goal is to get to 500 days without using cheat death. And I had some close calls. The one I just had now, where I was almost hypothermia, that wasn't a close call. That was fine. Salvageable easily. But I had some close calls. Some were a bit... Oh. Some a bit too close. But still. I am to not use it. So the Coog is down here, is he? He's like right below me, more or less. Can I see him from here? Can you hear it? I forgot that was active. Yeah, it's like over there or something. Can't see the cougar. Oh, there he is. There's the cougar right there. So you should have fire hard and arrow at him for the fun of it. That would be something like, I don't know, here or something. There you go, cougar. Not even close. Yeah. Oh well. Let's go. Let's continue. I think if I do get to 500 days on this, which is the plan, of course, the run won't end. What a lot of people do, and I'm often asked this as well, is like, what do you do when you reach 500 days? So you're just gonna yeet yourself off the cliff and kill yourself? And no, why would you do that? You know, not gonna do that. I think if this run, when this run reaches 500 days, it will basically semi-retire. So the way I picture this happening is that when I reach 500 days, the run is put aside. And I'll probably make another video like highlighting kind of like, here's the journey as a whole, some sort of meta video. And then I'll probably put it aside. And I'll continue other runs, like my Stalker run. We'll do another long-term challenge. There's a few challenges that are very long-term. Like how long can you survive in one region, Winter Merchant Challenge, Mr. Misery, you know, those sort of things. And then if I want to, or have the time to, I might return to the run and aim for road to 1000 days. That might be what I do. However, there's a big unknown in this whole thing, and that is Black Frost. So Black Frost, aka The Long Dark 2, is coming out in 2026. Or rather, it's coming out in early access 2026. They had good experience with that in The Long Dark 1. Long Dark 1 came out in I think it's 2015. I think you could play it in 2014, but you had to be a backer for that. But publicly it came out 2015, I think. Or was it 14? I can't remember. And then it took like 2.5 years before it was fully released as a full release. And I think Blackrock will be the same. So when Black Frost is released, it will be in a crude form. You know, it'll be not close to what the final product is, but it'll be something playable, you know. And then the question is, to what degree will the Long Dark 2 supplant Long Dark 1? That's the question, right? Now, the developers have said that we should be able to play them simultaneously. There are two different type of games, and when Long Dark 2 comes out, it's not the idea that it will basically make the first one obsolete. Also, one is Unity, one is Unreal. So, in theory, then you should be able to play both. But of course, we don't really know. It depends when it comes out. How is it received? Is it a better game? Is it a natural continuation? Is it worth playing the old one? Are people interested in seeing the old one? We don't really know. So it's quite possible that I then reach 500 days and I think, well, I don't see the point in continuing to 1,000 days. I would rather play Black Frost, right? So that's a big question mark in this whole thing. And for that reason, it's also a bit of a motivation to probably try and get to 500 days before Black Frost comes out. Because then at least you can focus on that. But we don't really know when that happens. I mean, I have an impression that it's early 2026, so like a year from now. But that might not happen, you know. Finland tends to release big things at the end of the year. So it could be like a year and a half from now, late 2026. And they also delay things all the time. I mean, think about episode 5. Episode 5 of Wintermute was scheduled to be released actually late 2023. And then it was changed to late 2024 because they focused on the Tales. And now it was changed to early 2025. And we're in April and we haven't heard anything. So probably will come out this year, but yeah. So when they said 2026 for Black Frost, it could be pushed to 2027. We don't really know. All of those things are big question marks for this run. Yeah. I feel like this episode is pretty much a podcast. Because not much is happening. I killed the wolf. I think I need ptarmigans for something. I can't remember what, but I think I do need ptarmigans. Let's just get the ptarmigan. I can't remember what I needed this for. But it's nice to talk about things. That's a good thing about going on long journeys. You can just talk about things. And it's been a while since I played this. Actually, as of this recording, it's been almost a month since I actually played the game. And I do miss it, but it's just hard to find the time. And sometimes when you have the time, you don't take the opportunity. Like, there's been occasionally evenings where it's like, I could play now. There is an opportunity to take an hour or two and play a bit. But I barely hung out with my wife all day. She's been too busy with the baby. I've been working. I'd rather sit with my wife and watch a movie or something. Just because I can play doesn't mean that I want to. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's been a while. But it also means I've been thinking about the Long Dark in between, and there's just a lot to say, you know. Oh, come on. Is there more ptarmigans? Yeah, there is, yeah. I'm gonna grab all of them because I feel like I needed them for something. I can't remember what, but I just felt like it did. Doesn't matter if I don't. Okay, here we are, the weather station. We got it. Oh, is this part over here? Is that a safe house? In here? Like, can I grab stuff in here? No, I can't. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Weather station. Alright. So we've been here before, as you can see. Organized all this stuff. Maybe I don't need ptarmigans. Hey! Did I put this there? I must have put this there. Yeah, I must have. Why else would they be there? I don't know, it seems like a strange place to put it, but I must have put it there. And here we have some film. That is a spawn. I did not put that there for sure, because it wasn't added at the time. Oh, we should repair this. Cloth. I have a piece of cloth on me here. I'm going to repair this air wrap because it's about to expire. It's not that big a deal though anymore because the slots, you know, the slots are these two. And even if I didn't use, I would just use insulation. So yeah, don't really need to do that. Okay, let's grab the camera, shall we? There's some more film.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
And the camera should be here. Here we are. More film. And camera. Hey! Very cool. Now we can actually make photos, right? Hehe. Cool. Alright, what film did we put in? Is that color? And then you have... well, the one says this is black and white. Okay. And then you got sepia, I think. Carrying that around too. And then is it color again? It's color. Okay. You aim and shoot. Very cool. Take a picture in a sec. Alright. That's cool. This is a safe house. Oh, that's another one of these things. Care about that. Any unique things to pick up here? Danger sign and there's nothing really. Can I take the radio with me? Oh, I can. But I'm not going to do that, I don't think.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
I think we're done. A clock. Yeah, this. Oh, this painting. Nah, I've seen this painting before. Pretty sure. Tell you what, let's take it anyway. This is the same one I saw earlier. Computers, bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I guess we're good. Let's stay here for the night. Do I have any food outside? I feel like there wasn't any food out here, which would be weird. Surely I have some food here, right? There's no food here? That seems weird. I don't see myself leaving a base like this with no food around. I must have left some food. This is bizarre. It's not that long since I was there, is it? Guess I could have left the food somewhere else. Here also have stuff you can pick up, but... that's alright. Clear the junk, sure. Oh no! That cleared the engine. Alright, well. Okay, that's weird. Did I really not... I guess all the water I found was actually the water that was here, I guess. Well, that's surprising, but okay. Let's just sort out this stuff here. A bunch of... Just clear the junk here as well. Let's harvest our ptarmigan friends. And I have a rabbit too, don't I? I guess the rabbit despawned actually. Well, now here we can harvest that. Let's just sort ourselves out a little bit and then we can sleep. Let's harvest the ptarmigans. Just use hands, I think. 3 minutes, well. And get the feathers too. Actually, I'm not sure we need the feathers. You can see. Let's see. Because I have that down bedroll. How does that look, actually? 52. And to repair it, I need 5 and some cloth. Okay. Let's repair it now then. Meanwhile, it repairs 30. Yeah, let's do it.
I could eat anything right now.
There we go. Yeah. And we got some down feathers here. That's my food. Looking okay, not great. Let's harvest these. I will see. Maybe we can do like a little bit of feathers, not all of them or something. And then we need to sleep. You can always just cook the meat for the sake of it, especially in the morning. Very exhausted, might as well sleep. You don't have as much food here as I thought we did, which is strange. We got some excess cattails though. Let's drop our ptarmigan. Actually, I want to take the ptarmigan feathers with me. I feel like there was... Yeah, I know why. I'm going to take all of this. I'll tell you why. I know what it's for. I know what it's for. It's for the safe house crafting. That's what it's for.
I'm gonna eat a tree.
So I'm going to grab all the feathers, actually. Cougar Claw makes it faster, but I'm not doing that. Not that much food, really. Shame. Let's grab all these feathers. Let's just sleep now, actually. And we can house the rest when we sleep the last 2 hours. Alright. Okay. 249. Survived. This is all raw stuff. I do have some other food though. I'm gonna eat these excess cattails that I have. Two more. And then some water, of course. And then let's grab the feathers. Go from here. Once it's sunny out, I can cook it. Sounds like it's a blizzard, though. I think it is a blizzard. Yeah, it is. Tell you what, I'm just gonna use a match and cook this ptarmigan stuff. I'm not gonna make pies or anything. I don't have the ingredients anyway. I'm gonna use a match here. I use a book to light this. We can just use a regular match. Because I'm so high fire starting, I don't need to use the torch trick anymore. We can kill some time here too. So let's put all this ptarmigan stuff. Let's put on some sticks. Dumped a bunch of sticks, but that's okay. Like that.
Oh, I'm starving.
Let's cook all of this. There we go, and we can make some birch tea. Another herbal tea. And our water is okay. Let's break down this crate. Put that on there. Let's eat our ptarmigan. Did they change that? No, I think it's the same as before. And now we're almost full belly again, plus our travel food, so definitely was worth getting those ptarmigans. I would stay here and the next day, but I think we'll pass on that. Let's sleep for like 2 hours. Okay, fired that out, but that's okay. And let's see. Hey, day 250. Hooray! 250 days. Well, we're not on 250 days survived. We're on 249 days survived. We'll have 250 days survived in the morning, but that's okay. That doesn't really matter. We're on day 250. That's awesome. We're at the halfway point, halfway there. But yeah, there's still a lot to do. I think going forward, even though I'll record less, there will be the time will go a bit faster because I have to craft a few things. The Cougar head wrap, I have to craft a few things for safe houses. You have to pass some time to get Auroras to check out the Aurora cave and the trader stuff. So there's a few activities to do that's going to forward time. So yeah, there are some of those things. So we'll have to see. It would be nice to finish it this year, or at least before Black Frost comes out. We'll see though how it goes. Let's say within a year, it'd be nice to finish this run. We'll see. Let's go outside and check what the weather's like. But yeah, 250 days, we're halfway there. Thank you for the ride, by the way. All of you have watched me do this whole journey from day one all the way over here. What a long, strange trip it's been. In fact, tell you what, let's take a picture. This is where we were on day 250. We were at the weather station. What's a good... In a snowstorm, of course. What's a good place for that? You can do better than that. Maybe over here. I think you can do even better. Maybe over here or something. Yeah, it's a terrible picture. I think we can go over here and grab a more of a meta picture, I think, of both of these two. Yeah, something like that is pretty neat, I think. Being picky here. American, wow. Canadian flag in the foreground there. This is neat. Wait, can I get the flag in? That'd be good. Kind of hard because it's in a weird position. Kind of put the flag in a weird spot. I don't think it can come in. Nah. Okay, on that case, let's put it a picture. This is where we were on day 250. Right here. By the weather station.
So cold.
Day turned sunny. And it's 250 days. Let's just take this picture like this. I would like to have some more of it in the frame. Like this. It's fine. There you go. 250 days. Huzzah. Yeah, cool. Don't shake it. Awesome. Alright. So now what we do next time is we're going to go back. All the way back. Stop by maintenance yard. Drag our stuff back to camp office. Craft the Cougar head wrap. Do anything else that's going on there. And then head to Coastal Highway. And then we're going to trade the stuff. And all that is in itself probably at least 10 plus episodes. There's a lot of stuff to do there. There are a lot of things to do. And I still haven't done things like go to Hustler Valley and stay there. Go to Black Rock. There's so much stuff to do that's going to keep me occupied for a long time. Just got to find the time to do it. In the meantime, though, this was a pretty relaxing walkabout for the 250 day mark. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of the journey and for having the patience for going through it, for considering how long it takes. Thank you for being part of it. And we're halfway there. It's been amazing. And it's a lot of fun, this run, I must admit. I really enjoy playing it. Okay, with all that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.